I want to drink your blood. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Drana, also known as Spooky Drana. I'm so glad that you guys clicked on this video. For today's video, I thought it would be fun to go over some of my favorite vampire movies. I've been obsessed with vampire movies since I was little. It wasn't a phase. It was for life. I also thought it would be fun not only to discuss my top favorite vampire movies, but also while I discuss it, try and turn myself into a hot vampire. I'm going to try my best to do a full face of makeup and actually use foundation. For a lot of my makeup looks, I don't use foundation just because I don't like the way foundation feels on my face, and I'm the type of person where I tend to touch my face a lot throughout the day, so I don't like to wear foundation and then you can see wherever I was picking throughout the day. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. I got my notes right here. I did not realize how many vampire movies there actually are. I'm already excited to talk about the vampire movies. I don't even have my makeup out. I'm just like, let's talk about vampire movies. An actual tutorial for a vampire baddie. This is not the video. We are just having fun and talking about our favorite vampire movies. Just thought I'd get that out of the way. So this may come out great. This may come out horrible, but we're gonna have fun regardless. I don't know if I'm really gonna show the products. My last video I kind of showed a good amount of what products I use. It's the same products. I like to use things until they're gone. So I'll just, so go ahead. But my first movie on my vampire list, which would be my #1 favorite, would have to be Blade. Blade is one of the first vampire movies I've actually really seen when I was little. So that was the movie that opened the vampire. It opened the coffin for me. Not only did Blade open the vampire and that kind of world for me, but rave music. Yeah, because of Blade, I like house music, techno music, all that genre. I don't know how girls do this and talk. Get ready. This is hard. But yeah, fun fact, if it wasn't for Blade, the Marvel movies honestly wouldn't be around, because Blade is, for those of you that don't know, Blade is a Marvel movie. One of the first Marvel movies, actually. And because of how good Blade did in the box office, made Marvel Studios what it is today. And they didn't have to be bankrupt. They ended up making way more superhero movies and going on with it. And it is so sad that they're not able to come to some sort of agreement on what route they want to go with the Blade franchise. I heard they want to make a remake really bad, but they're having some difficulties, not only with like scripting, but just like casting and just a bunch of like other like studio drama that I don't really care to know about. Moving on to my second favorite vampire movie, which is my two next favorite top 3 vampire movies, are 2 new vampire movies that I've recently seen. And that is in my second place, which is Sinners. Oh my gosh, Sinners it speaks for itself. Sinners is such an amazing movie. Ryan Coogler and his team, everybody that was involved with that movie did an amazing job, from the costume department to the makeup to the CGI people, which I'd hardly guess there would be CGI because all the makeup that they did, the realistic effects, I guess you would say. But yes, that one is, oh my gosh, that movie is so good.
You boys twins?
So good.
Nah, we cousins.
Oh my gosh, the acting, the storyline, like there was not one person that was boring that came on screen. Everybody was interesting. Everybody, I wanted to know their story and how they came about, why they were there. And another fun fact is that the costume department bought the costumes from the Blade remake that they were trying to get off the ground. They weren't able to get it off the ground, so I guess they sold their costumes, and Ryan Coogler and the costume department bought the costumes from what was supposed to be the new Blade movie, which I thought was very cool to like know that little detail. But yeah, that movie is so good. I've watched it about 20 times when it first came out. Like HBO probably sent me an email saying like, dude, chill out on this movie. Like there are other people trying to watch it too, not just you, Drana. Like save it for the rest of us. We all want to see Michael B. Jordan with his vampire grill. Oh my god. And that vampire grill?
You twins? Nah, we cousins.
Oh my gosh, that was so hot. Oh gosh, and everybody in that movie was hot. Oh my gosh, just everybody. But yeah, that was definitely bumped up to top 2. I had movies in my top 3 that were there for years, and then Sinner came out and I watched it and it just automatically top 3 for sure. My third favorite vampire movie, like I said, these two I just seen recently. This one has been out for a while now. Like I said, I think it came out, let me look at my notes. So this next movie came out in 1993. And a lot of people have probably seen it, but I just recently seen it, and it is Vampire Hunter D. Oh my goodness. It's an anime. It's an anime movie. This movie was so good. It's got like that old classic 80s anime style, but that movie was beyond breathtaking. I wanted to see something like that for a while, just because I'm just so tired of today's animation. I miss when things were hand-drawn or stop motion animation are my two favorite types of animation. That movie is a really good watch. If you have yet to see Vampire Hunter D, recommend it. I believe right now it's available on Amazon Prime, if I am not mistaken. That is where I recently just seen it. But there's another one called Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, and that one unfortunately is not available anywhere to watch and stream. So if you have seen that one, I'm extremely jealous of you, not gonna lie. Because that one, I've seen edits of that one everywhere. People that make video edits love to use clips from that movie. And I'm pretty sure you've seen it without knowing that you've seen it. But that movie looks so good. good. I just love the drawing animation. That is a lost art, in my opinion. If I could, that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. So bad I wanted to be an animator. But the kind that like drew. Don't get me wrong, digital animation is amazing too, but like I said, there's just something lost about that art of hand-drawn animations, and when you can kind of tell when somebody's about to pull a book off of a shelf because it's like a different color. And I don't know, I guess it gives me that like nostalgic feeling too, because like that's what I grew up on. So it's like my childhood right there. So yes, those right now are my top 3 vampire movies. If anybody came up to me and they were like, gun to my head, what are your favorite vampire movies right now? Top 3, name. Blade, Sinners, Vampire Hunter D. Top 3 vampire movies you must see. If you have not, please go see them. Come back, comment. What was your favorite part of those movies? Or what was your favorite scene? Because I could talk forever about what my favorite moments were in any of those series. Like, the first one that popped in my mind was, apart from Sinners. If you have not seen it, spoiler. My favorite part is the part about cornbread, when everyone's like all like doesn't know what's going on exactly yet, and everyone's a little bit suspicious of everybody, and fucking cornbread comes out of fucking nowhere and just starts acting all out of character, and everyone's just like, he's like, we just need to be kind to one another. I about fell out because I was laughing so much. I was like, what the fuck? That right there would have told me, hope this look comes out good, because like I said, this is so hard for me right now. I am not used to talking and doing this at the same time. Usually I put on a movie or something and I just like zone out and I do this under eye, where it's like I haven't slept in decades. Okay, so we went over my top 3 favorite vampire movies, and now let's try and move up to my top 5 vampire movies. So we got the top 3. So, number 4 on my vampire list would have to be Interview with the Vampire, the movie. Right now we're talking about movies, because don't get me wrong, Interview with the Vampire, the show, oh girl, that's a whole nother fucking video we could get into, because that fucking show is something else. I love that show. I am foaming at the mouth right now as we speak, talking, like getting ready for season 3. Like, it is not funny how excited I am for season 3. But yes, number 4 would have to be Interview with the Vampire. Fun fact, I got that movie when I was at a garage sale. My mom had given me like $1 to buy whatever I wanted at this garage sale, and I think I was probably 6, 7 years old, and I saw the cover for the VHS, and it looked just like this for the cover, and I don't know what it was about it, but this cover spoke to me. And I was like, I could tell it was something about vampires. I had never heard of it before in my life. I didn't know what it was about. My mom didn't really tell me anything about it. She let me get it, of course, because she really didn't care. She was like, all right, that's what you want to spend your money on? That's what you're spending your money on, you know? And I was like, yay! Oh my gosh, that movie was amazing. I remember I probably should not have watched it at the age that I watched it at. Well, that's neither here nor there. Powder just went everywhere. But yeah, Interview with the Vampire, that is my fourth. It was in my top 3 for the longest time, but like I said, I recently watched Sinners and that totally kicked it out of the ballpark. Like, Interview with the Vampire, who? Compared to Sinners, who? Poor little Louis. Oh, depressed. And I'm not gonna lie, Tom Cruise version of Lestat is okay for that movie. Like, it fits that movie. I love that version of Lestat for that movie, but for Lestat period, no, I did not like Tom Cruise's Lestat. But what's his name as Lestat? I'm not good at names. I don't remember the actor's name, but I probably should. If I really love him that much, I should really learn to know his name. Him as Lestat? Oh my gosh, like, I don't know. He was born to play that role, for sure. He plays Lestat like it was written for him. I'm trying to get like that sunken eye look. Okay, number 5, again, was up there for the longest time, but got booted down once I watched The Vampire Hunter D. Now this one was up there for the longest time, and that is Van Helsing. Van Helsing was my fucking movie. Still is. If I see that movie advertised on any streaming platform that I'm searching through at the time, and if I'm not like committed to watching anything exactly in that moment, I will put on Van Helsing. I will push play 1,000 times. Push play. I don't care what I'm doing, who I'm talking to, I will push play. Van Helsing is just one of those movies that I was like coming up as a teenager, so I was kind of discovering my sexuality. And I discovered I was bisexual while watching that movie. Just everybody in that movie. Just, oh my god. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Just hello. Just everybody, that whole casting was hot. Oh my gosh. Everybody. There was maybe like a handful that were like, ugh. Van Helsing, yeah. That is a movie that will always have my heart. Blade, Sinners, Vampire Hunter D, Interview with the Vampire, and Van Helsing. Those are definitely my top 5. Number 6 was a hard place because I wanted this one to be a lot higher than what it was, but so many vampire movies that it's just so hard to put them all where I want them, and they not all be top 5, top 3, top 1, you know? And that is definitely Queen of the Dam. Queen of the Dam is my number 6th movie. It would have been up there higher if it wasn't for Sinners, but yeah. Queen of the Dam, do I need to explain more? Like, that movie is another bisexual awakening movie. There's so many hot people in that movie. And the costume department, oh my gosh, they ate. Fucking having Lestat in a mesh shirt, are you kidding me? And leather pants, ugh, and eyeliner. I am foaming at the mouth for season 3 of Interview with the Vampire, the TV show. Like, it is not funny. But yeah, Akasha will forever be one of my favorite female vampires ever. Yeah, she wanted to slaughter everybody. She found her king. And she just wanted it to be her and him for eternity and rule over their food. Like, is that too much to ask for? I think not. Ooh, side note, I forgot to mention this about Van Helsing, but Van Helsing had some of the best CGI in early 2000s that I had seen ever. Like, I thought that was gonna be the future of CGI. That Dracula and werewolf combination, like, I thought that was gonna be our future. We were robbed. 'Cause that was some of the best vampire werewolves I've seen on screen ever. And I will fight you on that, so you can fight me. I will die on that hill that was one of the best adaptation werewolves that we've seen on screen in a while. Dead look. Going for that dead look. Moving on. Number 7. Oh my gosh. This one is definitely, we cannot make a vampire movie list without mentioning Dracula. Like, come on. The 1992 Dracula. Give me a minute, like I said, this is my first time doing makeup, so this is a learning curve. I've never done this look before, so if I go nonverbal, I apologize. I am locking in though. Yeah, so Dracula is another movie that if you have not seen it, that is a must. Now, I will say some of the acting, I mean, come on, it came out in 1992. Especially, I hate to say it, I love him as an actor, but this is like his coming up era. He is one of my favorites, but he just cannot do a British accent. And unfortunately, that is Keanu Reeves.
Bloody wolves chasing me through some blue inferno.
I want to love his character in this movie, but to be honest, he gets a little annoying. He gets a little much, and you're just like, that's the only movie I was like, I don't really like his acting in this one. Not a fan. But in Bill and Ted, he was good. Constantine, he was good. John Wick, he was fantastic in. So much so, they have like fucking 6 of those movies. Speed, Matrix, oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, he's a really good actor. Just not in that movie, unfortunately. No. Which is fine. There are some movies that people can do, and there are some that people can't. British accent, that wasn't his cup of tea. Hey, I am liking this. Oh my gosh, and then the costume department, again, a lot of these vampire movies, I love them for the costume department. Van Helsing, The Brides of Dracula, their dresses, gorgeous. Anna in Van Helsing, again, her corset, her little lacy top, her jacket, her gown when she was dancing with Dracula, like that scene was beautiful. Sinners, the costume department in Sinners was breathtakingly beautiful. The detail that the costume department had for the Stack twins was amazing. The way that the twins wore 2 different style hats because they were a part of 2 different gangs in that time. Those hats represented what gangs the Stack twins were in without having to explicitly tell you their whole backstory. Like, pick up on the context clues. Like, that was awesome. Like, I love when movies take the time to do little details like that, because then it makes the movie that much more realistic and just enjoyable. I hate when I go to see a movie with people and they don't look at the background, they don't look at side characters, they don't remember certain things that happen that tie in, make that scene way more moving or emotional with just that little detail. Like, I don't like when people don't notice things like that. Like, I think it's everything when a director puts little Easter eggs in and hidden details that you could catch later on, and it's just like, if you missed it, you missed it. Yes, Dracula is a really good movie. I have this palette. I've used it before. This is the only thing of foundation that I do have, and I'm so nervous to put this on. I gotta get out of my comfort zone and do things that I'm not necessarily comfortable with, and that's okay. I just don't like the way foundation feels on my skin. So, wish me luck. Okay, so Dracula is number 7 on my list. Nosferatu is number 8. Those two are very close. I love, those two are just like very, like I said, very close to each other because very, very similar in a lot of ways. And, oof. It's very orange on that side. I'm mixing them all together, so don't worry. Should not have done that. This is why I don't do this, because I don't know how to do this. I feel like a kid playing in my mouth. Jump scare. Fuck. Okay, we'll touch up the makeup again in a minute. I just gotta get this on my face. Trust the process, trust the fucking process. Well, we did say we wanted a vampire look. I don't know if this was the vampire look I was necessarily kind of going for, but golly, I look fucking scary as fuck. Sorry, this part I have to kind of concentrate because I've never done foundation like this before, and so I'm a little concerned. Okay. And then next, Twilight is another must vampire movie. If you have not seen Twilight, there's no helping you whatsoever. That is like a classic. Like, you have to see. It's so bad that it's good, if that makes sense. I'm a millennial, so I grew up with Twilight as a teenager. I was going through middle school. I was like graduating middle school, going into high school when Twilight was coming up. And yeah, Twilight was and still is, one of my comfort movies. Where the hell have you been, Luca? Classic. Now that I'm older and I've watched it and I'm like, what the fuck is this storyline about now? Like, shit. Already having like that toxic relationship, on again, off again. Then decide to get engaged as soon as it's legal and you're 18 and you're already trying to get married, have kids, you know, and it's just like, what are you doing, girl? Like, now watching that's how I feel. I'm like, what? Like, I feel so bad for Charlie now. Speaking of Charlie, now that I'm older, hello, Charlie and fucking what's his name? Whew, that frontal lobe developed, and now I see you guys for who you really are. Hot stuff. Carlisle, that's his name. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Charlie and Carlisle. How you doing? God damn it, I keep doing that. I keep putting it places I don't want. I don't know why, but Eclipse was my least favorite growing up. I could not stand when that movie was just always on. It was always available. My favorite was New Moon. New Moon was my ultimate favorite, just because, like, I was Team Jacob all the way. But I was only Team Jacob when he had long hair. If you know me, you know that I am a sucker for a guy with long hair. I don't know what it is, but he's got long hair. Whew. And then I don't remember what number this is. I kind of lost count, but my next movie would have to be The Lost Boys. That is another really, really good vampire movie. It's one of those cult classics. Yes, definitely must see if you have not. All these movies I am mentioning it was a take on, I think, a serial killer that was around California, Santa Cruz at that time. And that's where they got the inspiration for The Lost Boys, and the vampire lore was because of what was going on in that town in that time. And that's how The Lost Boys became The Lost Boys. I may not be 100% right on that, but that is what I was told. You know, growing up and going to Santa Cruz and knowing that that's where that movie was filmed, that's what was told to me. But I just loved that movie growing up. Fun fact, I only used to live like 20 minutes away from Santa Cruz back when I lived in California. I miss it. My custom vampire teeth that were inspired by Interview with the Vampire. They don't fit as well because I got these when I was 16. That's a long time ago. I want to drink your blood. Oh no, I promise. Yeah, I promise I won't bite hard. Sorry if this video was a little chaotic. This is my first time ever talking about a genre while doing my makeup and trying to keep track of everything. I hope I made sense. If I didn't, I apologize, and I hope you still like this video anyways. But that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, comment what your favorite vampire movie was that I mentioned, and maybe one that I haven't mentioned. Maybe it's one that I haven't seen before, but let me know in the comments. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye!